Good morning, children. Welcome to my channel, Vidyarambam Academics. And today's topic is growing plants. And in this video, the visuals which you can see now are the plants, students. And now we live in a beautiful environment gifted by God. Plants are a major part of our environment. Without them, there is no nature and food to us. So I'll show you different kinds of plants, children. First one was the money plant, and this is another kind of money plant, children. And after this, one by one, I will introduce you different kinds of plants, students. This will be very much useful to you for your portion, for the completion of the portion, children. And this is the second kind of money plant. And the next one, now this is a show plant which gives white color flowers throughout the year, children, and you can clearly see the buds. Okay, wait, yes, these are the buds which are present here, you can clearly see. And the next one is mint. I'll show you mint tulsi. In tulsi plants we have 7 kinds of tulsi. So this is a kind, this is mint tulsi. Actually this is very useful for our health, students. So daily in the morning before breakfast, we can have 2 leaves of this plant, which gives a very fresh breath to you. And next I'm going to show you is white jasmine, which will be available in summer only. A beautiful perfumed white jasmine. Okay, you can clearly see the buds here, students. And okay, this is another bud. I'll show you a close visual. Okay, now after this I'll move on to the next one. I'll show you the show crotons. This is a kind of croton, grass croton. So a beautiful one, which is actually used only for more. It will be used for a showpiece. So this is a kind of croton. And after this, I'll show you. Wait. Let me be very clear. I'll give you the clear. Yeah, this is another kind of flower tree. Orange. This is a kind of orange flower. And after this, let me show you a close visual of this. Yes, this is sweet potato. Sweet potato creeper. This is a creeper, students. This is a kind of sweet potato. We'll have green and as thick red color one will be the another one in this. I'll show you that also. Yeah, this is the one exactly. So this is another kind of sweet potato. The other one which I have showed you will give you some salty taste, but this will give you totally sweet potato. So we have both types, namkeen and total sweet. And then the next one is rose. I'll shift to the rose plant. So this is a kind of rose. Actually this is white rose. Right now we don't have any flowers, so sorry, I'm unable to show you the flowers, but this is white rose, students. And after this I'm gonna show you a show croton. Exactly, yeah, next, yeah, this is a show croton. So this is another kind of crotons. So that's all for the plants, students. We'll shift to the birds. Now I'll show you my pets. The birds are beautiful friends and they play a major role for germination of seeds in the wild forest. Now here in this video we can see 2 beautiful pigeons pecking rice, and you can see this in my house, and they are my pets. Okay,
Good morning, children. Today we are going to learn a new lesson. What is that? No, I am not going to tell you the name first. See this. What we are seeing? Flowers, fruit, pomegranate, then chilies. Then see this, children? Yes, vegetables, leafy vegetables. And now some more products of plants. Shall we see? So what are you seeing here? Grams, correct? And that is we are making everyday. Mummy is cooking now. See, you have sugar, you have dal, then cotton, seed coat, then the second one is the seed leaves. That is nothing but the cotyledons. Now look at this book, children. Seed coat, children. What is the seed coat? Just now I showed you, no, see this. This is baby root. This is the outside layer seed coat. Then tiny hole, then scar, and it is a baby shoot. This is the part of the seed, children, structure of the bean seed. Now this is the seed leaves. Just now I showed on the board cotyledons, then baby plants embryo and baby root. This is the structure of the bean seed. This is inside. Okay. Now what is the function of the seed coat? The thick outer covering of the seed is called the seed coat. It protects the seed. On the side of the seed there is a scar. This is the place where the seed is attached to the fruit. On the top of the scar there is a tiny hole, and this hole allows the water to enter into the seed. Now we are next talking about the cotyledons, nothing but seed leaves. See this, about this. Look at this. This is the dicotyledon, that is dicot seeds, and this is the monocot seed. And here it is the pea seeds, and this is the wheat seeds. Okay. Now inside the seed coat, the fleshy seed, the cotyledons too are found here, you can see. And food of the baby plant embryo is stored in the seed leaves. The baby plant lies in between the cotyledons. This contains a baby radicle and a baby shoot. See here, I have showed already. See this, show this. Baby shoot and baby plant. See this embryo. Just now I spoke about that, correct? Now the cotyledons protects the baby plant, and the seeds like gram, pea and bean have two cotyledons and are called dicot seeds. And the like rice, maize and wheat have only one cotyledon, and they are called monocot seeds. Okay, children, next we are moving on to the next segment, germination of the seed. Yes, so the see this is the germination process of the seed. Already you have idea. In the third also you learnt, in the second also you learnt. Now you are talking about this in the fourth also you learnt, in the fifth grade now. Okay, see, this is the first seed. Then slowly when you sow it into the soil, and a small roots, slowly it will tear up the seed and it comes out, and the roots are formed like this. Next, this is called seedling. See here, seedling, and two leaves can be seen. Then this is called young plant, and this is the plant. Okay, this is the process of the germination of the seed. So the growth of the baby plant embryo within a seed to form a seedling young plant is called germination. Okay, children, now look at this flow chart. I will show you. I want to explain this. The seed gets water, air and warmth, and then the seed coat breaks and the baby plant grows, and then the root and shoot develops in baby plant and form seed or young plant. Then plant grows and leaves develop in it. Cotyledons shrink and disappear. Start. Dispersal of seeds. See, what is the dispersal of seeds, children? The scattering of seeds away from mother plant is called dispersal of seeds. Now, what is this scattering? Scattering means they are being spread everywhere. Okay, that is called scattering of seeds away from the mother plant is called dispersal of seeds. There are four types of dispersals, children. What are they? Dispersal by wind, dispersal by water. Number 3, dispersal by animals. Number 4, dispersal by explosion. Explosion is nothing but spreading. Now, look it up. Yes. Now, dispersal of seeds, children. Just now you saw on the board. No. Now we will talk about the first dispersal by wind. Now some plants are very small and light seeds, children. So these seeds have wings or hair. When the wind blows, they are easily carried away from the parent plants. Madar, hiptage and cotton seeds are the dispersal by wind. See this, children. Cotton seed, madar seeds, then hiptage seeds. Clear? So these are all types of the plants, different plants. Cotton seed, all of you are aware, no? Like that only. From this, the cotton, the fibers are removed and the cotton dresses are made. No, the fibers are taken out and clothes are made. In the same way, the mother seeds and then the hiptage winds. This is the winged seeds, iptate seeds. Next, dispersal by wind. Now we are talking about the second type of dispersal. It is by water. Now first we spoke already about the dispersal by wind. Now this is dispersal by water. Next, the lotus fruit has a spongy part and the cotton has thick fibrous coat which enable them to float on water, children. So when a coconut falls from a tree into water, it floats and travels with the water waves to far off places. Okay, like this you are seeing in this picture, no? And I'll show you the coconut. See this, children? Okay, so this coconut, by this dispersal by water only, it is being carried, okay, fibrous coat, and which enables it to float. And when the coconut falls from a tree into water, it floats and travels with the water to the far off places. Okay, in this way the dispersal of the seed happens. Next, it is the lotus. See the lotus outer coat, and this is and the coconut, as just we spoke, no, it has a lotus fruit has a spongy part, and when it will enable it to float on water, and in this way the lotus also, it floats and travels with the water away for the far off places. The next type we are going to speak about is the dispersal by, see this, children, animals. Now the animals also, they carry from one place to another the seeds, children. So we are seeing the dispersal by animals. Here the animals and the human beings eat fruits like apple, mango and watermelon and throw away their seeds. So these seeds, on getting favorable conditions, grow into the new plants. Okay, so we all eat and throw now. From this only favorable conditions only new plants form, and from that plants grow, and from the plants only the trees grow. Understood? Next, the seeds of some plants like burdock, xanthium, tiger nail, speargrass have hooks or spines. They are attached to the body of the animals and the clothes of the human beings and are carried to the other places. These seeds also grow into new plants. Okay, now just now we spoke about this. See this xanthium seed, and then this is tiger nail seeds, this is burdock seed. Clear? Next, children, this is the dispersal by animals. Already yesterday also I told you in the lesson, that is, we are also one type of animal only, no? So that's why to our clothes also, when it is attached, they get attached to the body of the animals or clothes of human beings and are carried to the other places. In this way the seeds grow into new plants. Okay, next, fourth one, that is the last dispersal by explosion. Okay, now look at the picture. Some fruits burst open to explode when they become dry. The force of the explosion helps the seed to scatter away. This is called dispersal by explosion. Poppy, pea and balsam seeds get dispersed by explosion. See this, children, here. This is balsam seed and this is the pea and the pea seeds. Okay, next, growing new plants from the parts of the plants. So look at this, children, this is called vegetative. Now moving on to the next topic, growing new plants from the other parts of the plant. So this is called vegetative propagation. What is vegetative propagation, children? The new plants can also be grown from their vegetative parts like roots, stem and leaves. This method of growing plants from their vegetative parts is called vegetative propagation. Now we are talking about the first one, that is the new plants from roots. Now there are different parts of the plant. All of you are aware of the parts of the plant. Main are what? Roots, stem, leaves, fruit, okay, shoot. So now the new plants form from the roots. How they are forming? The roots are of some plants are carrot, dahlia, beetroot, radish, turnip, sweet potato. They can produce the new plants, children. And see here, next, this is the new plants from roots. We are seeing about the new plants from underground stem. See this, potato. Okay, so it is having small dot like things, no? From this only, see, these are called eyes. Okay, so the underground stems like onion, ginger and potato can grow into new plants, and the potato and ginger have buds on their surface, and each bud grows into a new plant under the suitable conditions. The buds of the potato are called eyes. See here, these are called eyes, children. See, potato eyes, and this is the new potato plant. Okay, now here they are telling that these are called See these buds. Why I told is after this when they grow no like a plant, that is called eye. That's why only I told this is buds. You can see. Clear? When it is growing, one more small plant is coming out. Sometimes you see when the potatoes become old, so that is called eye, that each part. From that only a new plant grows. Now, any piece of the potato with an eye can grow into a new plant. Clear? Now this is the new plants from the underground stems. Next, new plants from stems. This is not underground, children. This is new plants from stems. Okay. Now I will show you the rows for this. Yes, children, the next part, third one is the point, new plants from stems. In some plants like rose, hibiscus, cotton, money plant and sugarcane, new plants grow from the small pieces of the stem of the parent plant. These pieces are called stem cuttings. See here. And they have one or two buds on them. If you plant a stem cutting like this, if you cut and plant a stem cutting into the soil, after a few days it grows into a new plant as shown in the figure. See this. Like this we get beautiful roses. Okay. We all love roses. Yeah. Next. Moving on to the next segment. Look here, children. New plants from leaves. This is a bryophyllum leaf. This from this endings are seen here. See, small plants can be seen, like 2 leaves can be seen. Okay, I mean to say plant means from this only new plant will grow. See this. So this is when it is separated and it is sown into the soil. See this. Like this, new bryophyllum plant grows. So this is the new plants from leaves. The plants like bryophyllum have buds on the edges. These are called buds, children. Actually, those 2 are looking like leaves. No, that's why I told. But this set is called buds. Okay, proper word is buds. Okay, now margins of the leaves, and when such leaves are kept in the moist soil, these buds produce new plants as shown in the figure. Okay, children, clear? Now last one here which is given in the textbook is new plants from spores. Look at this picture. See here, fern plant. This they doesn't produce from the seeds, they doesn't produce from the stem. Here you can see on the leaves like this spores are there. From this leaf is showing these spores are called, each one separately is called sori. From this sori only like this the germination happens. From this spore only new plants will come out. This is called the new plants from spores. Clear? Next, children. Now we are going into the next segment and we will talk about the agriculture. Yes, we are talking about the next segment, children, that is agriculture. Now what is agriculture? In our daily life, we eat different types of food including vegetable, fruit, pulses, meat, eggs, etc. We also wear different types of clothes. So we get all these from plants and animals now. So to get these in sufficient quantities, a large number of plants and animals are needed. The mass production of plants for food and other purposes is called agriculture. I am repeating it again. The mass production of plants for food and other purposes is called agriculture. In this agriculture you have 6 steps, children. The first one is plowing, second is manuring, then third is sowing seeds, then fourth is irrigation, and then fifth one is spraying pesticides, and the sixth one is harvesting. Okay, again I am repeating. Plowing, manuring, sowing seeds, irrigation, spraying pesticides, harvesting. Plowing, it helps to loosen the soil. Now second one is manuring, children. Manure is added to provide nutrients to the soil. Next, third one, sowing seeds. This is the third step in agriculture, children. Healthy seeds are sown in the soil. Plants grow from seed. Okay, next, irrigation. This is the fourth step. It supplies sufficient water to plants for growth. Now fifth step of agriculture is spraying pesticide. It kills the pests and protects the crops. Now sixth one, harvesting. When the crop is ready, it is cut and gathered. This is the last and final step, children. In this only the farmers will collect all full crop nicely and they provide all the grains, grams, pulses, rabi crops, Kharif crops I will show you. Next I will explain that to you, then it will be clear. Like this, a hard work the farmers will do to get the proper product, to reach the proper product and to us, so that the product will reach us and we will cook and then we'll buy and then we will eat. That is the plants of the same kind grown on a large scale at a particular place during a particular time. This is called a crop. Just now I told you, no. So for example, the crop of the wheat means all the plants grown in the fields are of wheat only, children. So now we'll talk about the soil. The soil is an important factor for the growth of plants. Now the crop grows well in one kind of soil. Some crops will go, and other kind of soil, other crops will grow, and it is poorly grown in other type of soil. That means according to the soil only the crops can be grown. Okay, so the rice and the jute grows better in the loamy and clayey soil. Means clay means sticky it will be, children. Now wheat will be grown only in the alluvial soils. Okay, cotton plants will be grown best in the black soil. Jawar and bajra are grown in the sandy soils. Now we are talking about soil now. Tea plants will grow in the moist regions, the moist soil, like hilly regions, Assam, Darjeeling and Nilgiris. No, there the tea plants will grow. There the soil is the moist soil, children. Maize plants needs the alluvial soil, children. And then coconut, just now I showed you, trees will grow in the coastal areas only, children. The coastal areas are having sandy soil. Now we are talking about the next topic, that is the last topic of this lesson, is the seasons. And you have two types of seasons, children. They are Kharif and the Rabi. Okay, the crops that are grown from June to October, that is summer, are called Kharif crops. Rice, maize and cotton are the Kharif crops. These crops depend on the monsoon rains. The crops that are grown from the November to April are called the Rabi crops. Wheat, gram and pea, etc. So many these type of crops are grown in the Rabi season. They are called Rabi crops. These crops do not depend on the monsoon rains, children. The next one I would like to tell you, the last topic is protection of crops and storage of the grains. How we should protect, tell me. Scary crows like this, it is seen like a human being, no? So they will make a Katputli, we call it in Hindi. That means it is like Katputli only, means to one wooden thing. They'll take wooden sticks and they will like our human being clothes, no? They'll make, yes, the human being clothes will be there, no? Whatever the farmer clothes are there, they'll make this like a human being. Those clothes are worn to this, and in this way it will grow like, it will be seen like a human being is standing there, and there the scarecrow, this is called the scarecrow in the field, and this will avoid the main, especially so many birds. Okay, so so many birds at a time, they will come and spoil the crops, no, children. To avoid that only this is done. This is done for the protection of the crops and the storage of the grains. Like these farmers spray various pesticides and insecticides to protect the crops, no, from insects and harmful pests. Like that they protect the crops from grazing animals by proper fencing. Scarecrows are kept in the crop fields to scare away the birds. Grains and seeds should be stored properly after harvesting to protect them from rats, insects and other animals. Okay, this is the end of the lesson, and I would like to show you some keywords. Look at this, children. The first keyword is seedling, seed coat, crops, insecticides, seed dispersal, agriculture, germination. Okay, children, these are the keywords. Now I would like to show you some charts that I have made for you. See this? Yes. Look, yes, see this, I have collected some more charts for you, small printouts I have taken and kept it ready. The things we get from plants, okay, these all are all the things, just see, have a look. I showed you in the beginning of the lesson also. And now, next one, see how they are growing. The seed tray is used for the horticulture of the sowing and taking part plant cuttings and growing. Germination glass with a plastic sieve lid. Okay, children, see this, and these are seeds. Okay, next, see the next one, and this is useful things we get from the plants. Next, see this is clearly the picture of the germination of the seeds. See the plant, small plant, beautifully it is seen. Okay, next, these are all the products we get from the different types of grains, pulses, etc. we get from the plants. See there also. You can see mixed picture it is. You can see the more products printout I have taken for you children. This is, see this, you have beans also in this. You have different types of pulses, grams, wheat, everything is there. These are the printout I have taken for you. See the fruits also there, mango fruit. Clear? Now, if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel. I'll be back with the last lesson, force, work and energy to you, and I'm going to finish the 5th class by the next video. Thank you, and please again I'm telling you, subscribe to our channel for very interesting lessons, especially science and maths also we are going to do. Please children, please subscribe. Thank you and have a nice day.